30 minutes of a yen session. I'm not getting
All right, welcome to Savasana. Some of you are already in Savasana. That's very nice. Go ahead and I didn't even have to ask you. Go ahead and lay on your mat. And the first thing you'll do is you'll just become aware, right? So you're going to just feel your Savasana, feel your body. Notice your breathing. Don't change anything right away. Just become aware, just notice. Shavasana, Shava, corpse pose, corpse. This is in every spiritual tradition. Die to your old self, reincarnation, resurrection, the end of the unreal, the realization of the real. That's what corpse pose is. It is the most important pose in almost every yoga class. Because this is where you reassemble your self-concept without your past misery, without your past anxiety or fear. So you let go of the association of that during class. You let go of the feelings of weakness or whatever the old miserable feelings are. You disentangle yourself from them. And then you got to give yourself time at the end of the class to find out who you are without that. And so it just takes a little bit of time. So just like all the other poses, this pose has an alignment. We don't want to do corpse pose unconsciously. So just to give you a feeling of the misalignment, turn your palms down. Bring your arms close to your body. Roll your shoulders up away from the floor. And then pop your chin up. Make the back of your neck a little shorter. Good. And now just feel this for a moment. This is how a good 50% or more of the students in your class will be doing corpse pose. The language of the core of your body is feeling. So the cells in your body, they don't really care that much about your words. They care about your posture, your breath, your inner focus. So when you lay like this is a more powerful prayer than any words you could say, and it's a more powerful affirmation, even though it's unconscious, than any conscious words you could say. So you could lay like this, but you could say, I'm at peace, I'm at peace, I'm at peace, but your body's gonna be going, no, you aren't. It's not gonna believe your words. So you wanna talk to your body, the cells in your body, you have to use your body, use your face, use your breath. So bring your legs a little closer together, lengthen your heels from your hips and relax your legs. Get your shoulder blades together on your back, get your shoulders away from your ears, turn your palms up and let your arms be a little wider and make your arms longer, whatever direction they're going, just make them longer, shoulders further away from your ears, and then relax your spine. Tuck your chin temporarily, strengthen the front of your throat, lengthen the back of your neck, and then relax your neck. Do you feel this prayer and how different it is from the other prayer? And breathe into your belly, let your belly rise. And breathing in through your nose, and exhale through your nose and let your belly fall. The only time in the past 7 million years that a human being has breathed through their nose and into their belly was when they were in an abundant, safe, and supported environment. So if you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, into your belly and from your belly, no matter what your external circumstances are, your body's going to start to relax. It's going to start to let go. It's going to start to die to that old stressful self. So just take a few breaths like this. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Can you feel supported? So can you feel the ground supporting you? Can you let yourself be supported? Can you allow the ground to support you? I need do nothing. So every pose has stiram sukham. Every pose has effort and rootedness, and every pose has ease. The ease here is totally in the body. the body completely relaxes. The body completely releases. And the steerum is with the mind. And so you just direct your attention gently and consciously to something that is neutral or positive. That's all you have to do. You don't have to solve anything. You don't have to try and figure out anything. You just direct your attention to something that is positive or neutral. So the pulse in your fingertips, the pulse in your toes or your throat, the inhalation or the exhalation, or where the inhale turns into the exhale and where the exhale turns into the inhale, or a sensation anywhere in your body or your face or your jaw, or an image of God or a feeling of love or an image of a beloved one, or the image of your puppy or your kitten, or the image of a favorite vacation spot. It doesn't matter. You pick it as long as it's positive or neutral. You're updating your software. So let's do this for a couple minutes. Let yourself let go. If the mind tries to tug you away, you just come back to your focus over and over again, very gently, calmly, and compassionately. How blessed I am, supported I am, how uplifted and loved I am. So I'm going to tell you a series of words, share with you a series of words. You just focus on each word. You're not trying to figure out any meaning. Just kind of let the word vibrate through your body. Feel the essence of the word or the phrase each time. And before we start this phase, you can go ahead and see if you want to lengthen your heels a little more or bring your shoulder blades a little closer together with your shoulders a little further from your ears, arms a little wider maybe, back of your neck a little longer. The more you relax, the more you can relax. And the first word is be. 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 Be still. Be still and know. Be still and know that. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still. Be. 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 You are what all happenings happen in. Whatever is happening now must happen because it is already here. So be at peace and just be as you are. Even thinking I am at peace disturbs this peace. So just be quiet, be still, Be. Be as you already are. And at the end of your next exhale, let all the air come out of your lungs, and then maybe just a little bit gently more. And on your next inhale, slowly fill your belly, and then your ribs, and then your chest. And then on your slow exhale, gently begin to move your fingers and your toes. And open and close your jaw. And allow your head to turn a little bit from side to side. And when you're ready, bring your legs a little closer. Maybe stretch your arms over your head if you want. Stretch your body nice and long. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Both arms, both legs. Then draw your knees up into your belly. Give yourself a nice hug. Rock your hips a little bit from side to side. Noticing which nostril you're breathing through more easily. We're going to reach that arm back and roll on that side. And rest your head on that arm. Position yourself in such a way that you don't have to do anything to hold yourself up. So let the ground come up to support you. And using your upper arm to help you, gently push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And we'll sit in a meditative position for just a moment. So you bring your tail back and lift your chest up. If you're sitting in your hips, your knees are above your hips, you can raise your hips up and sit on a block or a cushion or a rolled up blanket. We want our tailbone back, our shoulder blades on our back, our heart open, back of our neck long. You can close your two eyes and let your inner gaze focus up above the brows, behind the forehead, to the third eye. Third eye is the pineal gland. This gland was actually an eye when you were an embryo. It receded to the center of your brain, but it is still sensitive to light above and below the visible spectrum. It's the only gland in your body that is nourished by light. With this eye, you can see anything real or unreal, past, present, or future. The conscious direction of the focus of this eye determines the course of your existence. Look at something wonderful, something beautiful, or something neutral, and rest there. Bringing your hands and approach your heart center. Lifting your heart towards your head, drawing your chin in and then bowing just your head towards your hands. And then opening your eyes and just noticing how you feel. Relaxing your hands down. So you're only made to carry and experience the present moment. When you try to carry and experience more than the present moment, or when you try to live somebody else's life as well as your own, it creates suffering, it creates constriction and stress. Your immune system, your digestive system, your nervous system all function best when you're in the present moment. Find the present moment, find yourself, and then do what you thought you needed to do, or decide what you needed to decide, or feel what you needed to feel, but just become present first. Be aware, become present. Corpse pose teaches us to let go, to let what is unreal, to let it go, to embrace the life, the eternal one in you, and to let what is temporary, to let it pass. Let the wave come back down, let the cloud dissipate. So we're going to work on our Savasana adjustments a little bit. So find someone to partner up with and decide who wants to be the teacher first. And then the teacher is going to meet me out in the hall out there. Yep, partner with anybody. One group is going to have 3 people, I believe.
You're like, all right. Smartly.
I can't help but notice the storm has passed.
It has passed, hasn't it? The clouds have passed, the rain has fallen. Okay, so you're actually going to be the students. You're going to go back in and be the students. And what you're going to do is you're going to be in Savasana, but I want you to turn your palms down and roll your shoulders up a little bit and kink your neck just a little bit, okay? And we're going to see if they can catch it, all right? So the teachers are coming in, but they're actually the students, and you're going to be the teachers, okay? So they're going to lay on their mat. Yeah, I'm very sassy. They're going to lay on their mats in their corpse pose. They're going to set up. And teachers, you're just going to go ahead and just kind of, now remember, you're looking at a wonderful being of light, and you're seeing how the energy is flowing. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and make an adjustment. So what's the first adjustment you would make? And if you have 2 teachers, well, you discuss it. If your 2 teachers discuss, what do you think the first one you would make would be? Students, you don't adjust anything until you're adjusted, okay? Use your words. So we're doing verbal. Do verbal adjustments first. We want to see if they can do it. So go ahead and adjust your first adjustment, and then take them into the ideal corpse pose. Take them into the ideal corpse pose. Take them into the ideal corpse pose. And then any final adjustments? All right, students, sit up and tell them what your misalignment was and see if they got it. All right. Now, if you were the teacher, if you were just a teacher, meet me out in the hall. If you were just a teacher, meet me out in the hall. Well, if you were just teaching, meet me out in the hall.
There we go.
All right, here's what you're going to do. We're going to get a little bit more difficult. See if we can stump them. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay But this is a really common misalignment. People will lay and their hands will be like this, like they came out of a Halloween haunted house. So just extend your hands. Your shoulders might be a little tense to be realistic, but everything else you can just kind of let it be as it is. Whatever, when you do this, if you do whatever your neck and your shoulders feel like they would naturally do if you're doing that. But let's see if they can catch this. Okay? All right, we have some students coming into your Savasana class. They're looking for a Savasana. And you're going to teach your Savasana class here. So they're going to come laying down. And the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to take a look at them. Look at this wonderful being of energy and light that came into your class. And you're just going to notice how energy is moving through their body. How is energy moving through their body? You just take a look at them, walk around if you need to. And go ahead. What is the first adjustment that you might make? What's the first adjustment you might make for them? Only adjust what they say to adjust, students. Don't do anything extra. Don't do anything extra. Only do what they tell you to.
Maybe relax the tongue a little bit. You're just like lay them out towards the side. Okay.
And then wrap it up. Any little last final adjustments? All right, students, tell them what your misalignment was, see if they caught it. Yeah. All right. So if you were just a teacher, meet me out in the hall again. All right. Did you catch that? That was a tough one. Yeah.
I saw the tension everywhere else, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, it'll create tension everywhere else. Yeah. So that's pretty common. A lot of people will have their fingers hyper extended. They won't even know they're doing it. So one way to deal with that is just to fold the thumbs in and just give a gentle squeeze and then relax the fingers. All right, this one's going to be even more challenging. You're going to breathe shallow. So tiny little breath in, tiny little breath out. And every once in a while, if you need to, just to take care of yourself, take a deep breath in and out. But tiny little breaths in and out, and clench your jaw just a little bit. Now, as you're doing this and you start to breathe shallowly and clench your jaw, let your body adjust how you would adjust if you were doing that. Okay. All right, I found some students looking for a Savasana class. So students, you're going to go ahead and lay in your Savasana as we discussed. Now, teachers, you're going to look at them and you're going to just pay attention for a moment. Just be aware of the flow of energy in their body. Take a look at what's going on. And then what's the first adjustment you might make? So before you do that, though, please practice this. Rub your palms together, because there's nothing more, nothing you'll regret more as a teacher than startling someone in corpse pose. So rub your palms together so they know you're coming, they know you're nearby, and then you'll talk quietly to them so that you don't scare the heck out of them. There's nothing wrong. You're just playing with the flow of energy. Any other adjustments you would make? Use all your senses. All right, time's up. Students, tell the teacher if they found your misalignment. What was it? All right, if you were just teaching, follow me out in the hall again. If you want, just one of you can come out and then you can have two students. Yeah. All right, so we're going to lay with our arms and legs too close. Arms and legs really close. And then as you do that, let your body adjust however it would adjust if you were doing that. Like let your body, like maybe you'll close your throat, or maybe you'll pop your chin out, whatever your body will feel like when you get too close. Okay. We have some students looking for a little relaxation. They heard about your class and they're coming on in. So they're going to get into their corpse pose, and you're going to look at this wonderful being of light who's playing with energy in a certain way, and you're going to see how energy is flowing. And you're going to notice if energy can flow a little differently. Don't say anything at first, just observe. Give yourself a chance to observe, because you're recognizing their presence. And then you're going to look and see, well, how can energy flow differently? And then what's the first adjustment you might make? But remember, let them know you're here. And then you're not going to shout at them. Okay?
You want to have your palms facing up, your shoulders touch under. Then also your legs maybe a little bit further apart, have them relax touch the side. So energy can just flow out that way.
Only do what the teacher tells you. Don't do anything extra.
Relax your eyebrows, relax your cheeks, relax your jaw. Be mindful of the breath.
And then any last adjustments you might make. Every time you make an adjustment, something else might open up a little bit deeper opportunity. Also, you can never go wrong cueing breathing.
Laughing at the teacher.
All right, students, tell your teacher what the misalignment was.
We still in
So that's when people are laying with everything really close, these might be people who want to experience more space in their life, more relaxation. Maybe they want a vacation, but they have to start giving themselves that space now, right? Not at the end of the week, not when they retire, not when the kids are in college, but now. And so you start to give yourself that space now. You know, you have to start to feel what you want to feel now, because that's what your body can feel is now. It's not in the future. It's not always away from you. It's not in the past. You haven't missed it, but you start to allow yourself to feel it now. All right, last one. Whoever was teaching, let's go out into the hall. So what we're going to do is just notice how your body's feeling now and move into how you feel your body wants to habitually go. So it's going to be different for everybody. So if you feel like your right rib cage is crunched up, crunch up your right rib cage a little more. If you feel like your chin wants to pop up, just pop it up just slightly. Don't do it, overdo it too much. If you feel like your right arm is longer, make your right arm a little, whatever. So you feel your body, and then you just over accentuate it just a little bit, and then see if they can catch it. But then you also start to feel what's the muscles that are doing that, and how do I come out of it? Okay. All right, we have some students who heard you're a miracle worker with the relaxation. And so you're going to come on into your class here. And you're going to take a look. You're going to take, so let them, they're coming into their corpse pose, and you're just going to observe. So you don't talk for a moment, you just observe. And you become aware. And you can even as a teacher ask, what can I adjust first? How can I best help this person? And what can I help them with first? And then when you're ready, you can just gently rub your palms together and make your first adjustment with a nice calm voice. Only do what the teacher tells you, exactly what the teacher tells you. Don't do anything extra.
Is it? Wow.
Okay, and make any final adjustments you want, and then just take a breath with them. Okay, so now students, just tell the teacher what your misalignment was. Tell them what we were doing and what your misalignment was. All right, thank each other. Come back to your mats, please. So that's just the introduction to Savasana adjustment. There are hands-on adjustments that you can do, and any hands-on adjustments I teach you are more just touch. You're not really I'm not a big fan of adjustments where you do things for the students. That's how people can get hurt a lot. But like that resistance touch we did, you push out and you draw in. That's kind of more the adjustments that I do. So there are some of those that you can do for Shavasana, but we'll work on those at a later time. Does anybody have any questions about Shavasana or corpse pose, either as the student or the teacher? In a sense, yeah?
Sorry. I feel like I have a tendency when I lay flat that my back arches pretty well. Is there a way to make it?
Can you say that again? Because I didn't hear you.
When I lay flat, I feel like my back arches
Oh.
a lot. Is there a way to relax that?
Well, let's take a look. Lay on your back.
My lower back area.
Okay, so you feel like your lower back is overarching?
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could. Yeah,
Okay. So this is one of the adjustments that I was going to show you later. So you can just pick up around their Achilles tendon, and I'm only lifting it up like a 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to gently move side to side. And you're going to feel like a normal tension, like I could feel her leg wants to go out a little more. So I'm going to let it go out to where it wants to go, and then I'm just going to give it a little gentle lengthening, and I'm going to set it down. Is that okay? And I'm going to do the same thing over here. So if I lift it up high, it's going to be, the body's going to get tense, right? The body's going to become, oh, what are you doing? It's going to, and so you just lift it up just a little bit, very slowly, and then you move it, and you can feel, oh, it's tight over here, it's loose here. Where does this leg want to go? And then you just lengthen it a little bit and set it down. Good. And now we're going to bring the arms a little wider, just a little bit. Yep. And then shift your weight to your right shoulder and roll your left rib cage up and get your left arm, turn it out, turn your left arm out. Left arm turns out, like, yep. And then down and then relax. There you go. And then now do the same thing with your right arm. Get your weight here. Yep. And then set it down and relax. And now, can I touch your ribs? You just melt your ribs down. So you just relax. The last thing we're going to do is you're going to tuck your chin into your throat temporarily and stretch the back of your neck long. Draw your chin way in, way in, way in, and relax here. And then relax. Does that feel different? Yeah. So we created space with your legs. We opened the heart without kinking the belly, and also we lengthened your neck. Remember when I first adjusted you at the start with your chin? So it's just the same thing. As you bring space there, you're going to get space here. The neck and the lower back are connected. And so as you bring space there, you'll feel space there. But in order to get up there, I went from the bottom up. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Or anybody else want to sneak in a Shavasana adjustment? All right. So I'm going to stop the recording, and you guys are going to work on your 15 minutes of history group meetings. If you are one of the yoga therapy students, thank you so much for being here. I'll hang around if you have questions. So you guys can meet in your history groups if you want, do a little bit of work on that. And thank you so much for being a part of our class, wherever you are, whenever you are. We appreciate you. You are needed.